Hey guys, and welcome to the Union Settlement Cup. I'm AlphaFerg, and I'm bringing you Game 5 right now, and it's going to be taking place between Wings and Gunz. I'm excited. Going to press the keys that allow me to do things and making sure... You know what? It's weird, because the hide interface key, Control W, it doesn't work sometimes in certain replays. I don't know what it is. Anyways, whoops. So here we are. On Daybreak, it's going to be a game between Gunz, the Protoss, and Wings, the Terran. So it should be pretty interesting. Both of these players now have 2 games under their belt, and I believe they're both 0-2. So the victor here will come out ahead, and the loser will go unvictorious in the community pool. Gunz is happy, just scored an all-kill in a Reddit King of the Hill. Let's see if he's lucky enough to continue that streak into this game. But definitely got some good practice doing that. And good to see these players competing. I always like seeing people playing more than just in the tournaments that they play in. Good to see. So it looks like both players are playing fairly conservatively right now. Of course, no Forge Fast Expand going down for Gunz. You need that pylon on the low ground. Wings looking to do a pretty standard 1-base wall-in right now. Yep, and there's the barracks. So it should be pretty standard. We'll see if Wings throws down an early CC as soon as he gets up. We'll see if he elects to go for gas, which could happen as soon as just about now. Meanwhile, Wings, instead of playing, just got back from the airport. So that's going to mean Gunz is actually going to be pretty favored because he's nice and warmed up. He just got that confidence kill from beating up Reddit. And we'll see how that translates into this game. Wings has not thrown down his gas yet, and the timing for that should come soon if he's looking to get tech. Usually you'll see it on 15, maybe 16 at the latest, but after that, you just start banking too many minerals, you kind of wait, you get the orbital command, but the CC comes pretty soon after that. We'll see if that happens. It looks like he lowers the ramp and, oh, gets a jump just in time, so this probe does not get up into the main to scout. It looks like Gunz is taking his own gas, which seems to me that he's not going to do a fast expand. He should be throwing down a cyber core. No, he's going to definitely fast expand if he hasn't thrown down a cyber core now. Oh no, he's just a little bit late. That's okay. It looks like he's hiding down here. But this probe is going to get caught, and he's even going to lose these 5 minerals. This Marine is getting in here. Will it be able to get the kill? The probe is out of shields. He's in health. 4 hit points. And the probe goes down. So great job there for that Marine. It looks like this SCV is coming out here to scout, and he'll come face-to-face with Mr. Zealot. Of course, the SCV is a little bit faster, so the SCV should get a nice scout here of the main base. And with these Marines on this ramp here, it's very unlikely that Gunz will be able to scout anymore. He's just going to have to guess on what to do, and this Cyber Core, the Warp Gate technology, is just a little bit delayed. It looks like he's chrono boosting out a Stalker. So it's going to be a Zealot Stalker kind of opening, and that's very, very standard. Here is that CC that I was talking about. Of course, there's no gas yet. And it's going to be 3 racks. So Wings is just going to get a lot of Marines. And at the same time, Gunz is getting his Nexus down. So what Wings can do at this point is, while he expands, he can just build a ton of Marines and then kind of just do a non-tech push. Just have a lot of Marines and hopefully kill that Zealot, because that'll do a lot of the tanking. Once the Zealot's gone, you can kind of chase those Stalkers away and get up into the main. Of course, we saw a game earlier in the series of the community pool where that kind of push just works. You sniped the sentry, and there's nothing else you can do against that many Marines. Here comes the Zealot. It's already at half health. The shields are gone. And, oh, it almost falls, but it gets out just in time, and Wings is retreating back into his base. Of course, now there's some gas, double gas, actually. And Wings is going to start doing this tech. He's going to get the tech lab. Wouldn't be surprised to see stim packs going down soon. Of course, he does have the gas for that. There is the stim pack, and, of course, the sentry is going down here as well. It looks like my upstairs neighbors are listening to TV loudly. Jesus Christ, that's annoying. Oh my gosh, my upstairs neighbors have just moved in, and they are just about the loudest pieces of shit you could wish for in a neighbor. So here we go. The orbital command's going down, and the Nexus here as well. So both players are expanding very safely. Meanwhile, these gateways are going down. There's 5 right now on the field. And it looks like this tech for Wings is just leaning towards a lot of bio. He's starting to stockpile a little bit of gas. You want to see a full factory going down pretty shortly while he gets his SCV count up. Both players are fairly even right now. The mule's making up the difference there for the lack of harvesters, but he should be able to catch up with these double production facilities for those harvesters. 6 gateways now, and it looks like he's starting to do a push, and this could be the death push right now. Getting this pylon down, if he can break through this opening, this low amount of bio units, he can actually get quite a big lead, because one thing that Terrans don't do too well at this point in the game is get a lot of units. They get supply blocked, they get empty production facilities, and those all count because warp gates are very efficient in building units. As long as you keep those warp gates as close to... Of course, you need them to be in warp gate mode. As long as you keep them as close to being on cooldown as possible, just like that, you can get a lot of units really fast. And you can see Gunz' army right now is... what's the army resource? Hey, there it is. Resources, you can see Gunz just has a ton more gas. And that's going to mean a lot better attacking power, a lot better DPS. There's a lot of sentries there, so they can throw down a ton of force fields behind this only one bunker. Usually want 2, maybe even 3 if you feel such a strong push coming. And indeed, there is a push coming. He's putting in 6 more units. You can see his supply is starting to skyrocket ahead. And Wings is focusing on tech. He's almost got those medevacs out, but it's not going to be soon enough. Here comes the push! And it's kind of those times I wish the hide UI thing you worked in this replay. So here we go. Great force fields going down. The bunker is falling very shortly. There's no SCVs, but you know what? The zealots are gone, and now these sentries are starting to take quite the hits. And these zealots are just not sitting. They're not moving in here. They need to be moving in. They're coming in, but they're a little bit late. These sentries have fallen in quite the number. And the zealots are going to work right now on the SCVs, but unfortunately, it looks like Wings has held, but he's picking off some of these. Yeah, Wings has definitely held this. Look at the supply. It is now 15 in Gunz' favor, or Gunz' weakness, and he has this, you know, these 2 pylons that are way out here that are totally vulnerable. So that's about it. It looks like Gunz is going for Robo. And his Bioforce is starting to kick in, because you can see the starport is done. He can start getting medevacs, and that just makes Bio so much more useful. In fact, it looks like he's going to start... He even took out the pylons, so that's a huge loss right there. It looks like another pylon going down. What kind of tech is he going to build up here? I can't think this is going to warp in things. It maybe even for like a proxy Dark Templar. There's no Twilight Council. I don't know. But this Bioforce is going to start to get scary. You can see both players are very even on their economy. Both players should probably want to start getting more SCVs and probes there. You see them falling a little bit behind, but this is going to start to get scary. The factory scouting out the 3rd, seeing there's nothing there, so Wings knows he's probably in a good time to push right now if he can. Maybe even fake a push and do a drop. Of course, this base is very vulnerable from this top position right here. In fact, he's moving into position up there. I can't help but think that he is going to do a very nice drop. And there's one medevac loading up. It looks like that's going to be about it, but the observer just barely scouts it, but he does not scout the one medevac that's going to go drop. So Gunz is keeping his army out here in the front, but he needs to get something out here in the back. He needs to get a few sentries, or a few stalkers. Even 2 can kill a medevac pretty darn quickly, and he's just fainting up here. He can probably start picking away at the rocks. Indeed, he's going to do that, but at the same time, he's dropping into the mineral line and is going to do a ton of damage. Fortunately, Gunz recognizes it very quickly and pulls back. Of course, the army is now streaming into the main. We'll be able to take out this drop very shortly. Actually, only 3 Marines down there. But here come the big force that is scary, taking out these zealots so quickly. The Immortals are out here now, though, and they're going to be able to push very hard against Wings' encroachment. So Wings is going to have to run away right now with his tail between his legs. And as Gunz get these Immortals out, he can start getting that Colossus tech going down. In fact, he's ready to build Colossus. Just needs to get his probes back on Mining Man, because this is way oversaturated right now. And every second that happens, oh my gosh, another drop. He didn't leave Stalkers up here to do damage, and these are going to take 2, 3, 4 probe kills. At the same time, this Bioforce starting to go. What's going on in Wings' base? He's just teching up, man. He's not focusing too much on building units, but he does have a large force at home. He even has a Viking here to protect against possible Colossi. And this drop hasn't even taken a single Marine's life yet. So this is very efficient for Wings, and he's just keeping Gunz on the back foot, and he's going to start to get a very large death ball of Bioforces. Of course, this Pylon is just not too useful right now. He's even setting up his own third. This is going to get scary for Gunz. He's going to need to get Colossi out here in a moment. He's just not spending his money. He has so much gas, and he could get Extended Thermal Lance right now. He looks like he's going to try to take this third, of course, throwing down a ton of mineral-heavy buildings right now. But this is a scary force, and it can very easily move in here and take stuff out without a Colossi. This Bio Ball, this ball for the Protoss player just does not have that punch that you want. And of course, this Medevac is threatening to drop at any moment as well. So both of those factors, I think Wings has a pretty solid lead. Even putting a Planetary Fortress down here just doesn't want to worry about defending it. Looks like a miner running here with these 3 units, and he's going to split his army a little bit. Moving in here with a huge force, and he can just run away and kite, but this army is getting in here to do some damage, and he's taking out the Zealots. He's taking out a lot of those gateway units that are oh so important in protecting. Meanwhile, this army here is just taking out this third. It's not even getting a chance to live. This Nexus is going to fall. Will it be canceled in time? I don't know. It's already at half health. It looks like he's going to let it finish. He's trying to keep this units alive. The Immortal falls. Stalkers are gone. Sentries are gone. And Gunz is just going to GG. What a great kind of move. That's like 3-pronged attack there for Wings. He moved in a little bit of units here, and that allowed him to get a huge force up through into the natural while he flanks around with a small force in the main.